This is Oldecam full of family comments on the headlines of today. Not a spring chick isn't here today for two reasons. One, because it's actually cold outside. We know what she is like when it gets cold. And two, that she was up all night long because of auto accident that happened right in front of her house. Barack Obama's quest to become the first African-American president is being ran without financial support from much of the black corporate elite. Well, because he has told them he's going to raise their taxes to teach them a lesson, and basically they're teaching them a lesson. Calls not for an Olympic ceremony boycott. That has to do more with the fact that there's so much cruddy smog in the area that they just simply don't want to breathe the air in if they don't have to. Americans have a right to own guns. Supreme Court justices declared. Governments have a right to regulate those firearms. The majority of justices also seem to agree to. So basically it means that they don't have any idea what's going to happen. Foreclosed homes are a local blight. Well, yeah, when 2 out of 5 homes in some communities are basically vacant, they lend themselves to vandalism. New York governor admits affairs years ago. I mean, basically, an affair is an affair. Whether you pay for it, you still pay for it. China warns of life and death struggle over Tibet, meaning they're going to take a lot of lives into struggle with Tibet. Obama race is the issue. Well, Mr. Obama has made race the issue, where he simply just had to do it like he was Mr. Sidney Poitier and ignore the fact that he's black and just do the job. Plan for New Michigan Democrats, that's because Mr. Obama does not want to run the risk that he's going to lose another major state in an election. Makes him look unwinnable. Poll Tibet policy hurting China's image internationally. Well, folks, they are a dictatorship. They really don't care what their image looks like. Clinton's First Lady papers to go public, actually they've done nothing but show that she was First Lady. Black Americans trying to explain their church. Well, basically there's a rule of thumb is if you don't think there's anything to explain, then don't explain it. If you think there's something to explain, then try to figure out how to explain it. Wireless spectrum auction raises $19 billion. Basically, this was meant to bring more competition into the field. Unfortunately, spectrum has been purchased simply to park it so nobody else can have it. Study immigration reduces crime rates. Well, when you start off with the fact that the word illegal, you start off by committing a crime, and therefore that little detail has been left out of the study. Thickest, oldest Arctic ice is melting. Well, the land at one time was all, nice lush ground, and then the ice age hit and it became covered with ice. It was going to melt eventually, whether we attribute it to global warming or not. Ice ages end. But don't worry, folks, we can look forward to a new ice age coming down the line somewhere. Vista raises $17.9 billion in the largest U.S. IPO. Has anybody noticed that credit cards are really not a good thing to get into with the Democratic Congress getting ready to kick people's butts? The ads are integrated into games for Xbox 360 and Windows-based PC platforms, can be specifically timed and tailored on the internet also. Basically another means for Microsoft to make more money than you can believe. Florida Democrats counter, so lose our support. If the Democrats sit with their hands in their pockets during the election, they're just giving it to the Republicans, and the Democrats have to have every large state that they can get to win. The FAA is to check safety compliance at all U.S. airlines. They should have been doing it to begin with. Windows Vista SP Service Pack 1 available now. Do you need it? You all got Windows Vista, and you don't have any software that works with it, and nothing works like it's supposed to, so do you need it? Probably. Groundbreaking research suggests genes may help to explain why some people can recover from a traumatic event while others suffer post-traumatic stress syndrome. Before World War II, the word didn't exist in the vocabulary. Then the word came about because doctors wanted to explain why people didn't want to get themselves shot. Basically, it's because people just didn't want to get themselves shot. What's wrong with not wanting to get shot? Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Tuesday that Russia and the U.S. still disagree over missile shields for Central Europe. That's because they still think Central Europe belongs to them, and they don't want anything that would keep them out if they want to move in. More than 5 million baby boomers have Alzheimer's disease, the report says. Well, when the baby boomers were young, their parents were just told simply they had old age. You expect that to happen when you get old. Now they have to give an excuse for a person getting old. Chest pain may signal cocaine use in young patients, and it may signal that they have a severe chest problem with the heart. But first, we arrest them, check to see if they got cocaine in the system, then we treat the problem. I don't know how many's going to die as a result of this study. Detroit Council asked mayor to resign. They couldn't get him out in the election, so now they're going to get him out one way or the other. Yahoo sees rosy outlook for 2009-2010. Yahoo saw a rosy outlook for 2007-2008. That's why they're a takeover target right now. Online ads also feeling the pinch, which basically belays the fact that if online is feeling the pinch, how is Yahoo going to meet its expectations this time? They couldn't make it when the expectations were a lot less. Lydia England blames media for photos. Well, it goes to the fact that if you don't want people to see you doing naughty things in a prison, don't let people take pictures of you. Clinton discusses Iraq with young vets. These are people that all have a grudge, and their grudge is simply, getting out as a result of the Clinton meeting them. JetBlue wants to upsell extra legroom, meaning that any way they possibly can to screw the customer, they're going to do it. Only blacks understand the truth of what Pastor Wright had to say. Now, that is exactly the truth, because white people see the world completely different than black people do. And there doesn't need to be any conference to work that problem out, because they will always see it in a different shade. Bodybuilding for Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom. Too often today, women do what they are told to do and not what they know is actually